And here we are, folks, at our put-in for the Ocoee River. We're gonna walk around this 30-foot diversion dam and jump in the river. Let's meet our crews.
Spray, side spray! Bye! Say goodbye to my grandmother and tell her to come to my funeral. Bye! Tell my grandma! Everybody else dies. I love them. Pray for them. I would like to say this is my first and my last trip on this water.
Nah, don't make it your last. You'll like it.
What?
You'll like it.
I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm serious, okay?
How you doing? All right, you ready for the Ocoee? You ready, Clint?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
All right, we'll see you down there.
We're gonna get twisted.
Here, raft guide Eric explains how to paddle, how to sit in the raft.
Straight line with your left.
Here we have Eric and crew. How y'all doing this morning? All right, wonderful. Y'all ready for the Ocoee?
All down, baby.
All right, we'll see you in the first big rapid, hopefully upright.
All right. I feel like we're gonna have a good cold trip.
All right.
I'm nervous.
How y'all doing? All right, y'all ready? Stunned speechless. How you doing? All right.
Here for the first time. Ready to go.
All right, so Sandy, you can learn together. We'll see you down there.
Her lap. Oh.
Tell them where you're from.
Forward! Lock it down!
All right, here we have Sam from Turtletown and his crew of veteran rafters. Ready to run a second time, are you?
Oh yes.
All right, have y'all been before?
Nope.
Nope.
First
All
time.
right. All right. These guys will show you the ropes.
Oh yeah.
Just pretend like you know what you're doing, Sam.
Okay, I got you.
All right, we'll see y'all on the first big rapid.
Hey, Chris.
All right, y'all ready for the
I'm ready
Ocoee?
for this. I'm ready for this, I think.
It's just rafting.
How you doing?
Very good.
All right, here we have Rafting 101.
That's right.
Taught by our instructor, Josh.
That would be me.
All right, how you doing?
Wonderful.
You paying attention? All right, we'll see y'all on the first big rapid.
Gotta go.
I'm gonna have a great time.
All right.
Mom, I'm coming home.
Oh, we're gonna have a blast.
All right.
We gonna have a large time. Hope we don't have no horrendous crashes.
Let's hope not. How about you, Becky? You ready? All right.
It'll pop your wrist off or your head, you know. Then you won't be any good in the boat.
Here, Danny scares his crew while instructing the use of throw ropes. How y'all doing today?
Good.
All right, wonderful. Y'all nervous?
Yeah, maybe a little. All right.
All right, we'll see y'all down there. And with that, off we'll go around the dam and into the river. And here we are at the bottom of the dam, ready to begin our whitewater journey. Here you see the purpose of the dam. It funnels the river into this giant wooden box, runs it down along the mountainside and into the power plant at the bottom of the river. Here's our first crew of fearless white-helmeted whitewater warriors blasting down into the first rapid. We call this one Grumpy's because it's the most difficult rapid on the river. A very nasty swim if you should mess up. But Danny's crew's not gonna mess up. They're waving their paddles in the air like they don't care. Screaming downstream, now paddling forward to get to the side. They're gonna set themselves up on this shoreline calm spot that we call an eddy in order to set up a rope in case the raft behind them has a swimmer. Good work. Sorry, that was Josh and crew. This is Danny's crew. Now paddling together here. Working their way down through Grumpy's Rapid. Accelerating to ludicrous speed as they scream by. Looking good. The reason this rapid is called Grumpy's, this 3-foot vertical ledge forms what we call a hydraulic, a vertical whirlpool in the middle of the river that pulls water back upstream into the face of it. That thing can quite easily hold rafts and or swimmers, making for an ugly situation. We'll try to avoid that. Here's our next draft, bouncing off one of the rocks in the top. That's Sandy and her crew. Paddling well together, looks like everyone's in sync. Teamwork is especially critical in these rapids. A missed stroke on one side can turn the raft one way or another, leaving them out of control. These guys are looking in pretty good control up until now. Catching a rock, now spinning around. Backwards they go and then back downstream. Good recovery. And here we have Becky and her crew of Merry Marauders. Starting out this first rapid backwards. That's all right though, these rafts work just as well backwards as forwards. Now working hard to turn back around. They're forwards again, they can see where they're going. And they're going right into the heart of Grumpy's ledge, taking the 3-foot ledge in style. Looking good. And here we have Eric and crew. Looking not the least bit nervous. Styling and profiling, smiling through this rapid. All right, waving their paddles in the air like they don't care. And they don't, they're well intact. Good run. Uh-oh. Looks like one of our rafts is stuck on one of the rocks in the top. It's a very technically difficult rapid. Rock avoidance maneuvers are essential here. Looks like Clint and crew has missed one. Here they're going to bounce around the other side of the rock. This is an alternate route that isn't usually used. It can work though. And looks like these guys and gals are going to make it work. Now tweezing a fine line between boulders down the right bank of the river. Hanging on for dear life. Looks like they're stuck again. Meanwhile, Sam from Turtletown and his fearless crew of 3. Now paddling hard, they'll work their way down as well. Meanwhile, Clint and crew unsticking themselves from one rock, only to stick on another. Clint now stepping out of the raft to give it a mighty shove. Now calling a get down command, asking everyone to get down as low as they can. They're about to take an abrupt impact into Grumpy's ledge, and through they go intact. Thanks to excellent teamwork and a quick response on the part of the crew. Good work. All right, fortunately we all made it through Grumpy's. We'll see you in the next major rapid. Next up, Broken Nose Rapid. Here another long, difficult, shallow, and technically challenging rapid. This rapid's named by kayakers who flipped over in what we call the S-wave, the very top drop up there, and hit these rocks here, breaking their noses in the lower rapid. Hopefully we'll have no broken noses today. Let's see what happens. Here we have Sam and crew negotiating the S-turning wave at the top, expertly, making it look easy. Now taking a couple of strokes to get the deepest part of the shallow ledges at the bottom. And they've got it. Making that also look easy. Next up, Josh and crew working their way downstream. Also expertly maneuvering the ledges. Looks like a bit of a conglomeration of rafts upstream. They'll be playing bumper boats through the most difficult part of this rapid. Oh, this could get ugly. Danny and crew working their way down. Out in front, keeping their lead. Right behind them. Clint and crew bombing in. All right, nice run. Right behind them, Eric and crew dropping over the ledge. Very nice. And here we have Becky and crew working their way through the S-turn wave. And also expertly avoiding the rocks in the bottom ledges. And Sandy and crew taking up the finish. Looking good. We'll see you guys downstream in the next major rapid on this partly cloudy Tennessee. Next up, Double Trouble Rapid. Here we have 2 huge roller coaster waves, one right after another. There's the first one, and there's the second one right there. Looks like Danny's crew's stuck on a rock way at the top of the rapid. This is the Double Trouble dog. He's gone so crazy from watching people run this rapid all day, he just runs around in circles. Looks like our trip has continued downstream again after a bit of a delay. Clint and crew leading the way, waving their way through double trouble. And here we have Eric and crew smashing right through these waves, taking quite a roller coaster ride. And here we have Danny and crew coming through. Jimmy and crew right behind them. Here's Sandy's crew galloping over the waves as well. They're looking good. Here we have a Renegade Quest raft making their appearance. This is Scott and his crew, previously unintroduced, screaming through double trouble. And here's Sam and crew making their entrance, working their way into the top waves. Catching a bit of a wheelie as they ride over these things, looking good. Here Josh and crew working their way down. A whitewater high five to signal their entrance into the waves. And they've got it. And looks like Becky and crew have gotten themselves stuck on some rocks. They're a kayaker stopping to talk to them, perhaps for moral support. Here they'll attempt to shift their weight towards the back of the raft to get it off of the rocks in front. And they're finally free. Downstream they go with a boat full of water into double trouble, mixed in with a bunch of other rafts. And backwards. All right. And making a very good run of it after a rough start, turning their raft into a regular bathtub. We'll see y'all downstream in the next big rapid. Next up, Flipper Rapid. Here Danny and crew showing them how it's done, working their way around these nasty rocks in the center of the river. And here Becky and crew blasting down as well, making it look easy. Sam and his trio of fun, catching a huge wheelie and flipper. And Josh and crew right behind them, also catching some wheelie action. Eric and crew waving their paddles in the air like they don't care. And Scott and crew right behind them. Clint and his crew of merry marauders bashing through flipper, keeping their speed going. And Sandy and her crew paddling well together, working like a well-oiled machine, smashing right through flipper like it's not even there. It's spawning season for kayaks now. They have particular trouble, however, getting past this point as they work their way upstream. We'll see you in the next rapid. Next up, Table Saw Rapid, the fastest, most powerful rapid on the Ocoee. Here the water funnels down into a 15-foot wide chute, drops a total of 8 feet over the course of this long sliding drop, accelerating into speeds in excess of 25 miles an hour. Here Becky and crew styling their way through, avoiding Prudential Rock at the bottom right there. And Sam and crew right behind them, drifting through this thing, making it look way too easy. Here Josh and crew smacking through the top wave, picking up their speed as well as they slam through these waves. And Clint and crew looking a little discombobulated, running right into Prudential Rock. There's Scott and crew bashing through the top wave. catching a nice 360, finishing it out to zing through the bottom of the rapid. Here Jimmy and crew also screaming through. Yeah, now Eric and crew. All right. Danny and crew looking good. And here's Sandy and crew turning their raft into a taco on this first wave. And finishing out the rapid in style. Fortunate for them because the next rapid is just downstream. It's called Diamond Splitter. Here these rapids link up into one long continuous rapid. And we'll see y'all downstream in the next one. Next up, Hell's Hole. Here we have a long series of waves getting bigger as they move down into this large hydraulic right here. You can see the foam rolling back upstream into the face of the drop. This thing can quite often flip rafts if you're not careful, so be sure to hit this one with some speed. Here you can see the powerhouse that the river runs into when it's not running down the riverbed. Those green tubes carry the river from the flume down into the turbines, creating quite a bit of power. Here comes Sam and crew into this grand finale of Ocoee River Rapids. Picking up a lot of speed with this light boat. They're running a high risk of flipping if they hit this thing wrong. But they hit it right, blasting right on through, looking good. And here we have Becky and crew lining themselves up. Now starting to paddle together. Slamming right through the maw of Hell's Hole. Taking a mighty large piece of it. Here Danny and crew with a bull rider on the front. A nice hood ornament to smash through the hydraulic. Right behind them, Clint and his crew. Paddling it together. Stopping to wave to the camera as they dive into the maw of Hell's Hole. Scott and crew right behind them, turning this raft into a taco. Eric and crew also sporting a hood ornament. Smashing right on through. Jimmy and crew right behind them. Here Josh and crew. And Sandy and her crew finishing things off here for us at Hell's Hole. Looking good. Uh-oh. This is what happens to people who don't raft with Quest Expeditions. Here a nasty swim through the Class 4 rapid below called Powerhouse. Here another raft dumping its contents into Hell's Hole. Well, that's it for the major whitewater of the Ocoee River. We'll see y'all downstream at the takeout.